Hi everyone, welcome back to Kat's Book Corner, where we talk about all things book and bookish. Today I'm going to be doing my haul that I bought with the haul I bought over my break that I've been home, because I'm going back to school next week, so this one's an easy video for me to just bump out right now. And I bought a lot of books. So, I mean, it's not going to be that long. It's probably going to be 25 minutes, but I bought a lot of books and I was gifted another one in this time, so I'll talk about that one too. But there's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 books that I have, which is a lot. It's a lot, but I don't know. I'm real excited. But let's start with the one I was gifted. It is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. It's, I think, a thriller. I'm not 100% sure. My dad said I would like it, and my mom happened to have a copy of it at home, so she gave this one to me. So there's that. I don't know. I am really, really excited because I honestly have no idea what the plot of this is about. Because I don't know. I know my dad said I would like it, so I am trusting his opinion because he's normally right about what I like because we have very similar interests. So there's that. Okay, what it says on the flap is on a warm summer morning in North Carthage, Missouri. It is Nick and Amy Dune's 5th wedding anniversary. Presents are being wrapped and reservations are being made when Nick's clever and beautiful wife disappears from their rented McMansion on the Mississippi River. Husband of the year Nick isn't doing himself any favors with cringe-worthy daydream about the slope and shape of his wife's head, but passages from Amy's diary reveal the alpha girl's perfectionist could have put anyone dangerously on the edge. Under mounting pressure from the police and the media, as well as Amy's fiercely doting parents, the town's golden boy parades an endless series of lies, deceits, and appropriate behavior. Nick is oddly evasive, and he's definitely bitter, but is he really the killer? As the cops close in on every couple in town is soon wondering how well they know the one that they love. With his twin sister Margot at his side, Nick stands by his innocence. Trouble is, if Nick didn't do it, where is that beautiful wife? And what was in that silvery gift box hidden in the back of her bedroom closet? So it's very thrillery, and I'm just really, really excited. Because I love thrillers, I do, but it isn't very often I read one. I don't know, I don't often read them, so I am excited. And it's fairly short. I think it's only 400 pages. Yeah, 415. It's really short, so I should be able to knock it out when I finally get to it. So it shouldn't be too hard. It's just, I don't know, but I do genuinely like thrillers. Let's see, which thrillers have I read kind of recently? I mean, I guess you could call it The Girls Guide to Murder kind of thriller, but it's more murder mystery kind of thing. But this kind of has that sort of vibe to it, considering it's a mystery. Which I also like. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll like it. I'm pretty sure I will. It's just, I don't know. And I heard there's also a movie about it, which my dad also likes the movie, so I don't know. We'll see which one I like more. But I am excited. And the reason it's kind of yellowish on the pages and it's a little beat up on some of the pages is because this is my mom's copy of the book, since I didn't want to buy it, and we had the copy at home, so I'm just keeping her copy. And she's a hardback, which is fun. So I will probably be reading this maybe when I come back for spring break, because I'm probably going to leave it here. But I am really excited to read it eventually. And it should be good. And it's also like dual POV with the wife and the husband. Like it has both of them. So you'll get like the insight of both characters, which I think is like really interesting. And I'm excited. Like I keep saying that, but like I honestly am. So this is the one that I was gifted. Now moving into the ones that I bought myself. Let's go with this one, because this one I'll talk about very briefly. I know you all saw in my Christmas haul, I got Court of Mist and Fury. But I returned that one so I can get the paperback. So it matches my paperback I have up there. So I have the matching set, which is nice, which is what I really wanted. But I still count it as like a Christmas gift, because I basically just got the same thing, just in a different version. Like, I returned that book and got basically the same book because I needed the paperback, so it matched. So there's that. And I am, like so excited to read it. I mean, I read the back of the book before, so I won't read it again. But I am really excited. And as I said before, I know plot points of this series. Like, I know plot points, and I know a lot about it. Like, I've been spoiled a lot about this series. Doesn't mean I'm less excited to read it. And it kind of... I said this in the last video. Spoilers for the series. If anyone who doesn't want them, I'll put them here. For anyone... Like, I think I'm excited to read it because I got those spoilers, if that makes sense. Because if I thought that, well, Tamlin from the first book was Endgame, I would have been annoyed. I would have hated it. So I think going into it, that's what made ACOTAR a 5-star, because wasn't focusing on that aspect of the romance. I was focusing more on Feyre and Rhys because I knew that they're Endgame. So I sort of just let that happen because I knew that they were Endgame, so I could enjoy them when they weren't together and didn't have to really focus on Tamlin. So I think for my experience reading it, it made it better that I knew that spoiler. I mean, I probably would have continued reading because I can't stop myself from reading series. Like, I have so many that I'm in the middle of, so I probably would have kept reading, but it probably wouldn't have been as high as it was. It probably wouldn't have been one of my new favorite books I read. So that spoiler sort of helped me enjoy the book more. So it makes this one even more exciting because I get what I signed up for, basically. Like, I knew Feyre and Rhys ended up together, so this is, like, I think a lot of, like, their story. So you get a lot of them together, I think, which will make this one, like, really enjoyable because that's what I really liked about the first one. So there's that. How many pages is this? Well, this is like 624 pages, which I think is almost double of ACOTAR, because I think that one is only like 400 pages. So, I don't know, I am really, really excited. And we get to like finally see the Night Court, which was like talked about so much in the first one, being like, oh, it's awful, you'll hate it. I'm like, I think I'll love it. I think I'll love the Night Court. Velaris, that's the name of the city, I think. Yeah, Velaris is the name of like the capital, I think, of the Night Court. And it'll just be so fun. And from where they're going, like, because look at the map. Like, Feyre, at the moment, lives with Tamlin in the Spring Court. But then she made the deal with Rhys to go all the way to the Night Court. I'm like, this is a very far travel. I wonder if there'll be a magic way to get there faster, because that seems like it's a very far travel way. So, but I am really, really excited to like actually read this and just to know like more about it, because the series has been like good for me. Like the first book was a 5-star. I'm expecting this to be a 5-star because I think this is most people's favorite. So it might be my favorite. I don't know. We'll see. But I am really excited for this one. And I am glad that I got to replace it so it can match my copy I have out there. And I'm just really excited. And we're gonna get Lucien, who has been my favorite character for a while. So we're gonna get more of him, which is exciting. Okay, next we have a book I'm not too excited about, but a book that I need to read nonetheless. But it is Ruin and Rising, which is the third book in the third and final in the Shadow and Bone trilogy, which it also made me a little annoyed because it gives you what the like a little blip of what the other books are about that they read, and one of them says it's a Nikolai's story. So now I probably know she doesn't end up with Nikolai. She probably ends up with Mal, which I knew going in. She probably would have ended up with Mal. But I don't like Mal, so I really don't want her to. But I can't really help it. So it's like, maybe he'll get like good character development in this one. It's really shiny. I like how shiny it is. So yeah, there is that. And it did what I thought it did. It like highlighted the Saint, because the first one highlights Soldier, then it's Summoner, and then it's Saint. So she's, I think, actually I should mention here spoilers for this series, considering this is the third book. Like I've read both of them already, so it's like it'll be spoilers. But so what it says, it only gives you like a really tiny blurb, which I'm happy and upset about, because I want to know a little more about this book, but also I don't really want to know because. But it is, as her allies and enemies race towards war, only Alina stands between her country and the rising tide of darkness that could destroy the world. To win this fight, she must seize a legend's power, but doing so might be her ruin. It's just, oh, it's so interesting. And it also has the Firebird on the front, and it has the thing I hate, which is like the not fully covered front, which is really annoying. And it has a sticker, which I also hate. But I couldn't find one that didn't have one, so I'm annoyed. But it has this, which is also a picture of Firebird, which is fun. Has the Grisha, which is my favorite thing of every one of these books. Does the before thing that I did before. How many pages is this one? This is like 19 chapters, which is shorter than all the other ones, which are really nice. And it's shorter than the second one, and I think it's the same length as the first one. It's 417 pages, which is a lot. And it also has 3 chapters of Six of Crows in the back, because technically you're supposed to read this trilogy and then the Six of Crows, but I read Six of Crows first and then read the trilogy, which I know you weren't supposed to do, but I didn't really care because Six of Crows was just really, really good. And they don't cross over as much as I thought they would. They really don't. Like, it helps if you read these first. Like, I've been able to grasp that. Like, it actually kind of helps, but it doesn't. You don't really need to. So, I really liked that. But I don't know. Like, otherwise, it's just, I don't know. And they left it off at like it was like a really low point at the end of the second one. So we're gonna be getting probably some like some bad like it's gonna be kind of boring probably up until like here, and then it'll get like action packed, and then it'll go towards all the way till the end, which will be good because that was like my one problem with the series. I think it's not great. It's because it's kind of boring. Like they all have been like 4-ish stars, which are good. Like I enjoy the story part. It's just the characters for me haven't been doing it, which I'm a character person. I love like finding a good character even if the plot isn't good. But I haven't been getting that, so it's like a little annoying. But the plot has been really engaging, so like that's fine. So I am excited to read the third one and like finally finish it and finish a series finally. But like I haven't been enjoying it as much as I thought I would because I really really love Six of Crows, and this just wasn't giving it. Like, ugh, I just wasn't loving it. There's this one. Okay, then I got Throne of Glass. I got an actual copy of it and not the collector's edition, which I got for Christmas. I got an actual version so I can read this one and tab this one, which will be nice because I don't want to ruin those ones. I want them on display. So I bought Throne of Glass, which is fun. I already read Assassin's Blade, which I know you're supposed to read like third, but I don't really care because I wanted to read Assassin's Blade first. So I did. So you can hate it that if you want, but like I read it first, and so far it hasn't made a difference, but I actually haven't started yet, so it's like it might have made a difference. And I might read it third again because it's been like a year since I read that one. So I might like read it third after I read this one and like the next ones and see if like it made a difference. But we'll see. Okay. In a land without magic, an assassin is summoned to the castle. She has no love for the vicious king who rules from his throne of glass, but she has not come to kill him. She has come to win her freedom. If she defeats 23 murderers, thieves, and warriors in competition, she'll be released from prison to serve as the king's champion. Her name is Selena Sardathian. The crown prince will provoke her, the captain of the guard will protect her, and the princess from a faraway country will befriend her. But something rotten dwells in the castle, and it's there to kill. When her competitors start dying mysteriously one by one, Selena's fight for freedom becomes a fight for survival, and a desperate quest to root out the evil before it destroys her world. So, like, it sounds really interesting. Like, I love those types of games, like competitions and stuff. It sounds like really fun, and I think I will like it, so I am like excited. And the map is pretty. Like, I really do like the map. I think the map is really, really pretty. And it just seems really, really good. So I am like really excited for that. Wow, there's a lot of chapters in this one. There's 55 chapters and it's only like 400 pages, which means short chapters, wonderful. I love short chapters. I hate long chapters, which is also why I kind of hate this one because the chapters are really, really long in this series. And I don't love it. I don't love when chapters are long. I love short chapters, and this one seems to have short chapters, which will be really fun. But I really have wanted to start the series for a really long time. And I'm finally going to like officially start it with the first book and not like the prequel, which should be read third, which is, I don't know. But we'll see. And I've heard good things about this series as well. And there have been like character spoilers for me here and then. Like, I know what certain characters look like. I know certain characters' names that haven't shown up and won't show up for like several books. But I don't know any of the plot, basically. I know a lot of like character stuff, but like that is it. I don't know any of the plot. I don't know like anything about that. Like, so I'm excited for that. Like, that'll be like really, really fun to finally, like, because this series has been on my radar for like 8 no yeah 8 years. This book, the series, has been on my radar for 8 years, and I finally am getting to it, which I probably should have gotten to like before, but like I haven't, so I'm going to start it, see if I like it, which I probably will. Like, this is very much in my genre, and I liked the first book, not first book, I liked the prequel, so there's like almost like a not a 0% chance that I won't like it. There might be a chance I won't love it, but I don't think I won't like it. So I am really, really excited for this, and to finally like start the series and like finally see why everyone loves this series, and like why it's like a fantasy staple, because it is like a very much fantasy staple. Like anyone knows about this series, even if they haven't read it. So okay, next is a book I am nervous excited for, and I should have read it a long time ago, but it is Crooked Kingdom, which is the second book in the Six of Crows duology, which I should have read a long time ago, because I read Six of Crows when I was in high school, like when I was 16. So I should have read this like 5 years ago. But I didn't, because I got spoiled about what happens to one of the characters. I'm not going to say who, if anyone doesn't want those spoilers. So I didn't want to read it for the longest time. But I just decided, if I'm reading Siege and Storm and like that whole series, the Shadow and Bone series, I should probably finish this one, even if I don't want to. So I bought it. Okay, slight spoilers. I'm going to read the back, so if you haven't read Six of Crows, here it is. Kaz Breaker and his crew have just pulled off a heist so daring, even they didn't think they'd survive. But instead of divvying up the fat reward, they're right fighting back for their lives. A war has been waged on the city's dark and twisted streets. A battle for revenge and redemption that will decide the fate of the Grisha world. Like, just, ugh. Like, that sounds so good. I really want to read it. But I'll wait until I finish the third Shadow and Bone, and I might reread Six of Crows this year. It's been like 3 years since I read it. Fine. It's been 2 years since I read it. I'd like to read it again, because it's one of my favorites. And it has... This is the one I technically don't mind the flaps for, because I really do like the artwork that we get. Because I think that one is the cup with the crow that says "No mourners, no funerals," which I have genuinely actually considered getting tattooed on my body, because I love it. I love it so much. But this one, it has "We Never Stop Fighting" with, I think it has bits of all of them. Like, it has the crow, which obviously is Kaz. It has the dagger, which is obviously Injun. It has the cards, which is obviously Jasper. I mean, I can't really tell what the other ones would be, but, like, it has stuff that, like, matches all the characters, which is, like, really fun. And, like, it ended with Injun getting kidnapped, so now I'm like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen with Kaz? He's, like, so sad. Ugh. I really, really, really want to read this, like, so bad, but I also am kind of sad. And it also gives you like a full-blown map of Catterdam, which I don't remember if we got in Six of Crows, because it's been a while since I picked up like the physical book and like looked at all of like the maps and stuff that are in it. Just like seeing the names of the characters in here is just like, just Wayland, like all the characters, it brings back, oh, I love it so much. And it's also in parts, which is so fun, like how Six of Crows was. Oh. And this one is 45 chapters. And it's like 530 pages. And it's just, oh, I'm so excited. And it even has like a cast of characters. I think it goes through all of the other ones, because from what I saw, it has Alina, and it has the Van X, and it has like all of, like, the minor and major characters we've seen throughout like both series have been like in here, and it's been great. And it's just, I love Six of Crows so much that I think it's finally time that I read Crooked Kingdom. When you can't beat the odds, change the game. It's just, oh, it's amazing. And like finally like having it next to Six of Crows. Oh, because it looks so pretty next to it from what I've been able to see. Like they match each other and it's really nice. And like I want to read it so bad, but I also don't because I know what happens, and it's just. But also I want happiness for these characters. Like they all deserve it. They've all had trauma. They all deserve happiness. And it's just, ugh, it's become one of my favorite book. I can't even say book series. I can say favorite book because I've read Six of Crows so many times that I haven't even touched this one because I don't want to. But I will, and I will get to it. So there's that one. Okay, let's start with this one, which, as I said before, with A Court of Mist and Fury. I got a hardback of this one for Christmas, but I returned that one and got the paperback, so it matches my other paperback that I have this series, because this series I do have in paperback, so I wanted it to match. But it is A Gathering of Shadows, which is the second book in the Darker Shades of Magic series, which is, I don't know, I love this author. I've read, I think, 2 books by her right now. One of my favorite authors, considering I've loved both books. Like, they are both 5 stars. Let me check real quick. Yes. Yeah, I think it's only been 2. I think it was the first one of these. And Vicious, which I love Vicious. It is so good and so fun. And I also have another V.E. Shaw book on my TBR, which I haven't read yet. But, and I already read the back of this one, so I won't read the back of that one. But, like, I'm just so excited because I loved the story. And I wonder, like, from what we've been able to tell, it's like something happens in Red London and they have to come together and stuff. Because, I don't know, something about that. And I'm assuming this might be Delilah. Like, this might be Lila on the cover, from what I've been able to tell. Because Kell was definitely on the front of the first one, which made sense. That was basically a lot of his story. Like, he made the sacrifices in that one. He was the one who was, like, in charge of that one, even though Delilah was also in it. So this might be, like, Delilah's book. And maybe the next one, because the person had a crown on, like, the cover, if it's Rhys, I'll be really excited because I love Rhys. I love the relationship that him and Kell have together. It's just, I love it so much. But this is 509 pages, so basically 500 pages. And the only thing I don't like about this series is I can't technically count the chapters. I mean, I could, but it would just take a bit because they're Roman numerals, which I can count mostly. But they all reset every, every break, which is 10. And, like, each of them have, like, a different number. So it would take a bit to count them, but I could. It's just, I don't want to. So. And it starts with Delilah, because I read that bit in the end of the first one, where she's finally at, where was she? She was, like, being a pirate, which seemed really fun and something that she would have done anyway. Ugh. And I don't know, I really have really liked it and can't wait to, like, read this one. And I love the magic system in this one, like how Kell is, like, one of the only ones of his kind. And I have a theory about that, and I wonder if it'll come true. So. And it would be so nice if it did come true, because it would fit so perfectly with, I think, the story they're trying to set up. But if it doesn't, I'd be fine, because I'm obviously not an author, so I can't write that way. So it's like, it would be nice to like fit that way, but also I'm sure there's other matches that there could have been made as well. So it's not like I'm picky or anything. It's just I have a little bit of hope, which I am really, really excited, because I have loved this series for a while. I think I read it last Christmas, which was really, really good. And Cal and Delilah have become two of my favorite characters I've ever read about, because I like how like they felt. I don't know if "real" is the right word, because obviously they're not, because they have magic and stuff. But like the problems they were going into, like they felt real. Like Delilah wanting more from life, and Cal feeling like he is always going to be an outsider in his family, which I get where he's coming from with that aspect, even though his family doesn't really say that way. But I do like the relationship he has with Reese. So either way, I am really, really excited for this one. Okay. Next is a hardback, actually, but it is Foul Heart Huntsman, which is the second book in the series of Family of Fortune, which you might see a theme with my shopping spree. I bought a lot of continuations to series I should be starting, which is my goal this year, to actually finish series and not just keep buying first books. So I am really excited. And the way that book left off was such a cliffhanger. And I considered buying this for a really long time, but I couldn't find the one that matched my book until recently. So I found the hardcover, which matches that one. So I am really excited. Winter is drawing thick in 1932 Shanghai as the ever-nearing threat of a Japanese invasion. Rosalind Lang has suffered from the worst possible fate for an international spy. She's been exposed. With reporters camped outside her apartment, watching for the infamous Lady Fortune, she has barely left her bedroom in weeks. Plotting her next course of action, after Orion was taken and his memories of Rosalind are wiped, though their marriage might have been a sham, his absence hurts more than any physical wound. She won't rest until she gets him back. With her identity in the open, the task is near impossible. The only way to leave the city and rescue her beloved is under the guise of a national tour. It is easy to convince her superiors that the countryside needs unity more than ever, and who will be better than the immortal girl to stir up pride and strength into the people? When the tour goes wrong, however, everything Rosalind once knew is thrown up in the air. When she takes refuge outside Shanghai, old ghosts come into the open, and adversaries turn to allies. To save Orion, they must find a cure for his mother's traitorous invention and take this dangerous chemical weapon away before the impending foreign invasion. But the clock is ticking. If Rosalind fails, it's not only Orion she loses, but her nation itself. Like, it's so good. And I loved the first one. I really did. It was so good. It was completely out of my genre, something that I never expected to love. But I really, really did. And I can't wait to read this one. And apparently there's a novella that you're supposed to read before you read this one, which I will find. I'll read that eventually. Like, I don't know if it's necessarily important to read it before this one, but if it is, I'll read it. Like, I'll check to make sure it's not too important. But yeah, I am really excited for this one. And I loved the winter soldiery thing that they were doing. Like, that was like really, really fun. And something that I called, but I didn't expect that to actually be the book, which was nice. And this is like 545 pages, which is like good. Like, it's long, it should close everything, which would be nice. But I am like just so excited to read this, because the first one was it was so good. And I hope the second one like lives up to what the first one was able to do. Because the first one, it was just crazy that I was able to actually like that one that much. Because it wasn't in my genre. It wasn't something that I actively wanted to like. It was just something that surprised me. So, I am really, really excited for this one. And I loved the characters. I liked Orion's sister. I think her name was Phoebe. I really liked her. I loved Orion. I loved the angle they went with him. I liked Rosalind and the way that she learned to trust people. I loved that. I loved Orion's friend. I don't remember his name, but I liked him. I like most of the characters. And I like how you got like so much story, even if it wasn't like the main plot. Like the priest plot line we got, which I so called, and I was so happy for that. And the way it's like who's playing more angles, who's the double agent, who's not the double agent. Ugh, it was just so good. I really loved that part. Ugh, it was so good. And someone even playing like a triple agent, it's so many twists and turns that you kind of have to pay attention more, which was really, really nice because it's been a while since I read a book where I had to actively like pay attention. And I finished in a day, and the book was like, it was like the same thickness as this, and I read it in a day. And it was just so good. It really captivated me. So I hope this one does the same, and I'm able to finish this one in a day too, because I really want like that feeling again, because that was like a really good feeling. Okay, moving on. Let's do this one. So this one is a bit of a surprise, and I found this on a whim. But it is Vox Machina, Stories Untold. And if you know me, I'm a very big Critical Role fan. I love the D&D that they play. I started with Vox Machina and moved through Mighty Nine, Bell's Hells, all their one-shots. I'm on the 4th campaign now, which I'm actually really enjoying. So most of their books are always on my list because I love to read them. Like I read what was it? Nine Eyes of Lucian, which I loved, by the way. I loved Nine Eyes of Lucian. I loved getting the backstory of that character. It was just, it was so good. Okay, anything else that I read? Give me 1 second. Well, let me check. I don't think so. I think that was the only one I bought. But I love the stories. I love what comes out of, like, they're just improv and, like, D&D. Like, I find it so interesting. But this one is about specific characters from the Vox Machina campaign and like what they thought about certain things. Like the stories that we've got are, I think there's 10 short stories. Okay. Under Golden Boughs, which is the Sun Tree's witness of the birth and ruin of Whitestone, which like it starts with that one battle when the Sun Tree gets planted by the Dawnfather. And it moves, I think, until, like, the Briarwoods attack, which means it's gonna be fun. And the Sun Tree's always chill, and I love the Sun Tree. He's great. The exploits of Kaylee. Kaylee Shorthalt confronts the shadow of an absent father, which, Kaylee was a good character, too. I loved, like, just seeing in the campaign, and even in the show, because the show was actually really good, too. Both Mighty Nine and Legend of Vox Machina, both really good. But, like, Kaylee, it was such, like, a complex and complicated character, which I really loved, and the way that she, like, confronted Scanlan about not knowing she existed, but, like, she still wanted a father, and it was just, the way they carried that relationship throughout the entirety of the campaign, because it starts, I think, right before the Conclave attack, and, like, it keeps through the entire time, and, like, the Bard's Lament, which isn't in the show, which I'm fine with, because, I don't know if they could have recreated that, how much, like, shock that was, so, but, like, that'll be really, really good. Okay, then there's Liar. Raishan, racked by a petulant curse, plots to release the Cinder King from his fiery prison. And Raishan is always a complex villain. Like, but this will be her sneaking into Pyra and trying to get Thordek out of the fire plane, which is okay. Because Raishan and Keyleth is just such a good, like, enemies. Like, they're, like, they were just so good, and I really liked that. The Edge of Glory. Craven Edge longed for the days past when it was wielded by a master who knew the value of bloodshed and turmoil. And Craven Edge, I love and hate Craven Edge because of what it did to Grog, obviously. But also, Grog had a really funny relationship with him, even though it did kill him in the end. It was so funny, and I loved it so much. So I wonder, like, getting Craven's experience of his past masters will be, like, fun. Take this down. An accurate accounting of Doty and Tarrying Darringtons in the Basilisk's Den. And it's just Terry having an adventure, and Terry's fun, and, like, I loved Terry. Even, like, I mean, I hated him when he showed up, like, everyone because of Sam, because of the way it did that. But then I grew to like love him like so deeply, like so fast too. It happened over like I think 3 episodes. I grew to like love him, and it was so funny. Ugh. But it was so good, and the way like Sam flips that like from going from Scanlan to Terry just immediately. Oh, it was so good. I loved it. Ugh. Bend the Knee, Kevdak navigates the balance of power and purposes as the brutal thunderlord of the Heart of Storms. Kevdak and Grog, that was also a good rivalry. Like, Killbox, I think, has been one of my favorite episodes of the show and of the campaign. Because, oh, it was just so good, the way that it all unfolded. So I can't wait to see what Kevdak thinks. The Tides, Lady Kima of Vord relives a lifetime of loss and love for her most cherished Arcanist, Alora Vysoren. And Kima and Alora, like the little love story we get between them. Like in the show, it's much more because we can see the NPCs actually. But like, actually just reading about them might be nice. So, because I like that in the show too, and in the campaign. The Lives We Make, Kynan lore grapples with becoming a member of the Pale Guard. I loved the arc they took with Kynan. He isn't in the show, obviously, because it would be too hard to include Kynan. But, like, Kynan, who, like, was such a fan of Vox Machina, which then turned into hatred. A lot like how Syndrome was created in The Incredibles. Which, and then he becomes, like, because he feels guilty that he wants to help. And it's just, and, like, the episode of why we find, like, when he's, like, who he's with and what happens is just, like, Cloak and Dagger, that episode is just, oh, it's so good. Sean Gilmore reflects on the life he's chosen. And I love Gilmore, so I can't wait to, like, see more about Gilmore, because Gilmore is awesome. Going on a bear hunt. Now, this is the one I'm most excited for, because we'll get to see future Vox Machina, because Trinket the Wonder Bear accompanies the next generation of Vox Machina as they brave the catacombs beneath Whitestone Castle. Meaning, we'll probably be going to get Vex and Percy's children. Spoilers if you haven't read or watched the campaign, but, like, yeah. We'll be getting to see them, and, like, and Trinket, he's adorable, and I just can't wait. But, yeah, I am really, really excited for this one. And I found this, like, on the Women's Bookstore, so I am really excited that I found it. So I'm going to read it. Okay, next we have Apprentice to the Villain, which is the second book in the Accomplice to the Villain series. Not Accomplice to the Villain, of the Apprentice to the Villain. So I am really, really excited for this. Note to staff, there has been a high disturbance in cheeriness, slight springy behavior, and overall optimism of late. Please resume your former dark, ominous terrors at your earliest convenience. Evie Sage has never been happier to be an assistant to the villain. Who would have thought that working for the outrageously handsome, bad for his brand, evil overlord would have been so rewarding? Still, the business of being bad is demanding, and the forces of good are annoyingly persistent. And the forbidding boss is somewhat out of evil office. But Rendwin is in grave trouble, and all the signs, Kingsley included, point you to the catastrophe. Something peculiar is happening with the kingdom's magic, and it's made the villain's manor vulnerable to their enemies, including the nemesis, the king. Now it's time for Evie to face her greatest challenge, protecting the villain's lair. All his nefarious work, and maybe, provided no one finds out, the entire kingdom. No pressure, Evie. It's time to step out of her comfort zone and learn the new skills, like treason, dagger work, conspiring with the enemy. It's also so delightfully fun. But what happens when the assistant to the villain is ready to become his apprentice? So we get Apprentice to the Villain. And just, I'm so excited because I loved the first one. It was so funny. It was so good. I really liked it. It was so good. I really liked it. And we got the map, which is fun. And they have to, like, go save him because of what happened at the end. And it's just, And I can't wait to, like, finally read it. And, like, we get the villain and we get Evie, which will be really, really fun. And I love the villain. I think he's great. And I really loved the first one. It's only like 330 pages, so it's not that long. So I am like really, really excited. And I think the last book in the series is coming out in September or August, so I could probably complete the series by then. And I think there's one book after this one's out, which is accomplice to the villain. Which makes me a little nervous because the last book I think is called Adversary to the Villain. Meaning, do they end up on opposite sides at the end of that third one? But, I don't know, I'm really, really, really excited. Because the first one was just so fun and, like, deceptively funny, too. Because she's on, like, the bad side with the villain, but then we learn all the backstory and stuff, and, like, all the twists and turns, which I so called, like, the whole twist with her dad at the end, I so called that. But, like, I just loved all the twists and turns. I thought they were all really, really good and, like, really, like, thought out. And, like, it all built up to the big ending with what happens with the villain, and it's just, because just so much happens. And, I really, really can't wait. And then we have to save the villain because he got taken at the end of the last one. So now we have to figure out how to save him. And it's just, And it's just, I'm really, really excited because, I don't know. There was just something, like, about the first one that was just, I don't know, like, it came out of nowhere, really. Like, that I loved it so much. So, I am really, really excited for this one. Okay, and the last book that I bought is Golden Sun, which is the second book in the Red Rising series. And I bought this pretty much almost immediately after I finished Red Rising because Red Rising was amazing. I loved Red Rising. And I think this is one of people's favorites of the series, like of the first trilogy. So I am really, really excited for that because I love the first one. How can this get better? It's just, it's so good. He seeks justice to free his enslaved people. Darrow has infiltrated his world's brutal ruling class on a mission to destroy them. And though the only path to liberation is evolution, he must strive not for vengeance, but for a hopeful rebirth. He must live for more. And it's just, it's so, so good. It's just, And just, I'm so excited because this just book seems so, so good. And, like, at the front of this one, it gives you the hierarchy, actually. Which would be nice because I kind of wish we had it in the first one because it was a little confusing. I figured it out, like, once we got halfway through. But, like, this would have been really helpful in the beginning. So, it actually gives, like, a hierarchy, which is nice. And this one is even better. Like, it gives you, like, the houses and, like, the gold houses and their alliances. Like, it starts with, the Archgovernor, and because now he's aligned himself with the Archgovernor. And he has, like, his, like, gold name as well as the Reaper, because that's what he was. Has the Jackal and Mustang, and it's just, And then we got the next house, which is the one Cassius is a part of. Then there's the other notable ones, which is Scrivo, a bunch of the other proctors, some other, like, important ones. And then we got finally at the bottom the Sons of Ares, like the very important revolutionary leaders like Dancer and all the other ones. So I am excited for that. It's just, I'm so, so excited. Because this book was, like, it was also a surprise because it's sci-fi and I don't normally read sci-fi. But I did then and it was amazing. Something I never expected to, like, really enjoy as much as I did. But I did, I loved it. So this one is, like, gonna be really, really fun. And I finished that one, like, if I calculated all the days I read it over, it would have taken me one day. Because I read, like, a couple hours in the first day, and then it got split up. So, I didn't exactly read it in a day, but I pretty much read it in a day. But like, I'm just so excited because the series is so good so far. And mind you, I only read the first one, but it's so good. And the first one almost made me cry. And if what I've heard about this author is true, this book is going to make me cry, like actually cry. Which is just annoying because I don't want to cry, but I also do because I love it when I cry because it actually like makes the books feel more real. But and it's only like 440 pages, which is just and like Darrow just like infiltrating and like trying to start a war is just, it's something that is just so well written, and I loved it. I loved it in the first one. I will love it in this one. I know I will. I know I will love this one. So I'm just so excited because all of the characters so far have been like so good, and you know you're not supposed to like them because you know if Darrow gets what he wants, he gets the Civil War he wants, he gets the war, he gets the Reds coming up, that a lot of the gold characters that we met over the past book technically might not be alive anymore, meaning we might have to lose Mustang or Scrivo, who I've loved, or even Cassian, because I loved Cassian, even though he's the bad guy because of what happened with his brother, and like, why are we not supposed to like him? It's just, there's just so much, but I think I'm going to love it, and I can't wait to read it. But those are all the books I got, which is quite a bit. Yeah, I got Golden Sun, which is the second in the Red Rising trilogy, Apprentice to the Villain, which is the second in the Assistant to the Villain series, Vox Machina Stories Untold, which is just a fun book I decided to buy because I saw it and decided to buy it on a whim, Foul Heart Huntsman, which is the second in the Foul Lady Fortune series, Gathering of Shadows, which is the second in the Darker Shades of Magic series, Crooked Kingdom, which I finally should be reading because it's the second in the Six of Crows duology, Throne of Glass, which is the start of the Throne of Glass series, Ruin and Rising, which is the third and final book in the Shadow and Bone series, Court of Mist and Fury, which is the second in the ACOTAR series, and Gone Girl, which is just a thriller that I was gifted. And I am just so excited for these books because I think, give me one second, none of these books I am not happy for because the first one was a 5-star, so I probably will like. This is a 4.5 star, the first one, so I probably will like it. This one is just going to be fun because I love the information I already have on it, so it should be fun. This one was a 4.75, the first one, so I will love that one. That one was a 5. That one was a 5 of like the first books that came in their series. That one was like 4.75, I think. So I would probably like that one. These were like 4 to 4.5, but they were enjoyable. They weren't great though. This one was a 5 for ACOTAR, and then this is like a fun thriller that I should probably read because I've heard so many good things about it. But yeah, these are the books I got. Like, I know it's a lot, but like, I don't know. I'm really happy to finally like start them. So if you have anything to say, please comment below, and if you liked this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye everyone.